us and Professor Janewit Wannapeera. Can I please request both of them to join us on the dais, please? Yes.
We will talk about 20,
I will, before I hand over the mic to you, I will quickly introduce both the speakers. So Dr. Vimal Katiyar is currently the professor at Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati, where he serves as, where he also serves as Dean Research and Development. He has a postdoctorate from Technical University of Denmark. He has his master's in chemical engineering from IIT Kanpur and PhD in polymers and nanomaterials from IIT Bombay. He is also the coordinator at Center for Excellence for Sustainable Polymers at IIT Guwahati. He is the president at SPSI Northeast Chapter. He also is the chair professor at MP Birla Group of Companies and a senior fellow at Kyoto Institute of Technology. Can we please have a huge round of applause for him? And you can come and sit here. And we have with us Professor Janewit Wannapeera. He is currently a lecturer at School of Agricultural Engineering, Suranaree University of Technology, Thailand. He was also a researcher at Institute of Advanced Energy, Kyoto University, Japan from 2015 to 18. He has completed his PhD in Energy Technology from King Mongkut's University of Technology, Bangkok, Thailand in 2012. He has done his MSc in Energy Technology in 2008 and Bachelor's in Agricultural Engineering in 2003. He has a lot of publications to his credit, so I would now hand over the mic to both the speakers. And again, apologizing for the lack of time, but thank you so much.
Yes, it's over to, should I start? Oh, really? So first of all, I would like to thanks to my young students, and you are always with us, even though we'll not find others, but you will be here. Thank you very much. And I hope it's a great day for you, learning so many things at once. It's really a great opportunity for you, okay? Take it positive. What are we supposed to talk? Okay, so it's we have to establish a Samvad between two and more importantly among us. And that's very important topic we are going to discuss here. That is the triple planetary crisis. And I mean to say, we will be going to have a more the case study on the plastic pollution, but especially when we talk about the triple planetary crisis, it refers to all three, the pollutions, biodiversity, and climate change. Now we have to make our case study as far as the plastics are concerned that we are going to discuss. But before it, I would like to see that how I see, if you really would like to see the ecological imbalance and the statistics, if you will see, what I really see, I am a chemical engineer, I used to teach thermodynamics. And when I teach thermodynamics, I used to talk about the system and surrounding. Whenever, in order to specify the problem, we used to say this is my system where I'm going to concentrate, and rest beyond it is the surrounding. Okay. Similarly, I mean to say that in that case what happened, we used to make our problem very specific, and then we used to generalize these problems for the whole surrounding. So if I really going to put this analogy here, I could able to find it out. Similarly, we have the system and surrounding in the fact that we as a civilized society act as a system, whereas our motherland is the other side. So if you're really going to see, as far as the projections are concerned, till 2008 it has been shown that we really need to have a one motherland to end the system. When we defined our civil society, we defined that we are the people who are responsible to generate the waste. And my motherland, the surrounding, my motherland, were responsible to regenerate the waste what we are producing. Okay, see that this way we have divide the whole ecosystem. And the things was going perfectly all right few decade ago, where the waste what we are generating, that was the same waste has to be regenerated by our motherland. But now the situations are alarming. The alarming because of the waste, because of the pollution, because of the regeneration, and how much our motherland can accommodate it. So if you're really going to see the projections, somewhere I have seen that by 2050, we need a three earth space to regenerate the waste what we are generating. That is quite alarming. And that could be addressed by considering these crises, whether it is how to deal with the biodiversity, what is the state of the pollution, and how it's going to affect to our climate environment and in general the climate change. That's what we're going to discuss. And plastic is really one of, I should not say that plastic is a culprit for it, but it may be somewhere it contributes something. So we'll be going to mostly deliberate on these lines today's our discussion. So now I request you to give an opening remark, and then we'll start discussion.
All right. Actually, my topic, you're quite different. I just know that. I will focus on the plastic pollutions that academia will have involved, or the student or young student have to involve in this to drive to deal with the plastic pollutions. So may I ask you that how many plastic that you use today? How many plastic? You know that is polluted or not? In this session, you said it's dangerous, right? So how many plastic that you use today? How many pieces? Yes. Today, just only today, how many plastic do you use? Plastic, single-use plastic or something, every plastic that you use today.
So starting from a morning when we wake up until now, the plastic, I can say that whatever I touched the plastic. Somewhere or other. So it means that way.
Okay. And do you know that type of plastic? What is that type? No, right? Quite difficult, right? We don't know that type of plastic. So that's the duty of the teacher, lecturer that have to teach, right? What kind of plastic that you use today, which one makes money, which one makes the energy, which one makes the material something. Yes, this is maybe the rising of awareness of the plastic pollutions, starting from the education, from the academic side. But actually, even we taught students every day about the type of plastic in the student size, type of polymers, structure, something. But in reality, do you think it's work or not? In Thailand, they have several campaigns working with private company and also from university. First, maybe a few years ago, we launched a program with a single use with Minimart in university that not allowed to use plastic. So at first time, the student or everyone staff complain a lot about these rules, but after past 2 months, 3 months, so everyone adapt. So they carry a clothes bag, yes, every time. Yes, something this one can happen with the cooperation with the academic section and also the social something. Awareness is very important. It depends on how to say in practical. If I have the experience in Japan, which is very clean, right, compared to Thailand, sure. I used to ask them. Some said I told them that if you want to reduce the garbage, the plastic waste in the city. In Japan, how did you do? You know what is the answer? In Japan, it's very clean. They said they take the bin out. No bin. So no, that's yes. No bin in the street. So every people put it in the bag to throw in the city. But in Thailand, no bin, of course, easy, free away. So that depends on the awareness, right, of the of society and the culture. So it's difficult to gain this. Yes, it depends on the culture also. Yes. So for the pollution to reduce the pollution from private sites, that professor that have developed bioplastic, right, that to help to reduce the plastic. I have experience that talk to the company that invest in the plastic product. In the case in Thailand, maybe last 2 months ago, after they changed the plastic, for example, straw made from the bagasse. So the campaign may be good at maybe first 2 months, but after that, the consumption or the use of the straw is reducing really fast. Do you know because of what? Also, okay. If you try to use once, when you drink coffee or juice, so the juice absorb in the straw, so the taste change. So that's why this property of the straw of the bioplastic should be meet the requirement as the commercial plastic also. Even the concept is okay, but in the real market, the private company cannot handle this kind of high price of the production. This is one of the biggest barrier in Thailand, that several companies try to make the bioplastic, and now is reducing continuously, depend on, because there is no support from the government. Yes.
Yeah, I would like to add here, as far as the Indian perspective are concerned about the plastics, we follow very fast.
Yes.
As far as when the government 3 years ago, when government came and they stopped here the 14 articles, that was a single-use plastics, and many of them, especially when you talk about the straw, you have mentioned the straw. Then suddenly we have seen in the market, we have a paper-based straw, and we also have the synthetic straw, which are synthetic polymer-based straw. Even though we go to the Starbucks or other places, you will be really going to find these kind of straw, those who are compostable in nature. And I would like to mention my young colleague, friends, that he is from Thailand. And we are learning a lot of lessons from Thailand, because Thailand is a country in this Asian continent who have come up with this biodegradable polymer-based plant. Total Carbion has come up with this 80,000 metric ton pilot plant, and I think the next plant is also coming by Cargill, I believe so. And I would like to tell you, we are also adopting, because plastic is a problem, we say we cannot come out from this kind of a plastic immediately. So the new green plastics or eco-friendly plastics, what we are talking about, India also have taken a lead, and very soon now one of the company in India, Balram Puccini, they have come up with establishing a biodegradable plant, production of biodegradable plastics around 100,000 metric ton per annum. So that is going to be a first story, and there will be a many, because in order to solve this problem, we need a huge quantity of plastic. So when we talk about, even somewhere I also mentioned, for the students, when we talk about this class of a plastic, it is exactly the plastic what we are using as a polyethylene, polypropylene, because we see the product in terms of the performance and its usability in a particular applications. If suppose, so when we talk about these compostable plastics, for you, for a common public, it look like the same, application is more or less same, but fate is after a service life, it goes into the nature, back to the nature. So whatever the carbon is there into the plastic, that will be again converted into the carbon dioxide I mean to say carbon dioxide in a natural process. So that way we talk about the new class of biodegradable plastic. But now it is understood there is not a one single plastics. There are thousands of plastic we practices, the product we are practicing. Now what is the challenge for us? When we are, as you know that Eddie has mentioned what Japanese used to do the plastic, whenever they use the package they put it into the pocket and they disseminate it. But what would be the fate afterwards? End of the day the plastic has to go somewhere. Okay. I think I'm also confused a bit when we talk about plastic and then what is the easiest way to get rid of it, and people say okay, take this plastic and incinerate it, but you burn it. So then the question comes that the carbon dioxide has to be produced. That may not be good. But from where these conventional plastic comes? These comes from a fossil-based fuels. And even though the consumption of fossil feedstock for a plastic is very insignificant compared to the fossil fuel what we use for our energy application. If you talk about the automobile, if you talk about all those, if you really, what are we doing? We are just taking it out from earth crust and just burning it. Then it's also a carbon footprints are there. That's what we talked about more on to the green energies, where we can witness the low carbon footprint, like going to the hydrogen energy, solar energy, wind energy, where we may not able to contribute to the carbon footprint. So that is also a bit affecting our climate. So, but not only the plastic is only a culprit, but the plastic is a major culprit for our human, I mean to say, our life cycle. If you're really going to see that we talked about, now it has come like microplastics, and that is again quite a dangerous. Many reports are there which says that microplastic is if you are going to the different organs of the body, you will be going to have a microplastic. Some reports say even blood contains on micro and nanoparticles, and that may have some health hazards implications. That is quite alarming. So we have to have a kind of some green technologies which can able to, and where we have cut down. I mentioned somewhere that structural material, if suppose we have a glass, we know we can take it out. But if we fragment this glass into the millions of particles, then it's beyond our control. Even though we would like to segregate, if we would like to take it micro and nano particles everywhere, what to do it? Somebody said that make the road. Okay, bricks you make the pavement, and that way you can use the plastic. But then again, again it has come that it's a problem because these tiny particles will come into the air, it may leach out to the water. There are so many issues associated to it. So now what I really felt that if you really would like to avoid these the pollution, especially on the microplastics, then we have to work at the source. Okay, we generally use the all household utility, where many plastics we use it, especially clothing. Our clothing is made of plastics. Okay, so my jacket is made of a PET with black color. It might be a recycled PET. Okay, ultimately.
Sir, can I share something? I'm the principal from GAV, Canon and Vidyalaya, being run by Mobius Foundation. And recently we have collected 80 kgs of plastic, and we have sent it to Dasna, a recycling plant, where we are making products with that, like benches and tables and other kinds of things. And the uniform which you see, this is also 40% of PET bottles and 70% of the cotton. And with that, these uniforms have been made. Even the furniture is also recycled one.
Absolutely right. I think it's a really great intervention, sir. It's really great intervention. But what is the problem, madam? Tons of a plastic.
Sir, the problem I feel
that is basically you have done a great intervention.
No,
I mean to say 50 kg,
what I want
100
to
kg.
say is that in place of big steps, small steps matter a lot. If we start, the major reason is the awareness.
Yes.
If we make awareness among the children, they are the roots of the nation. If they come to know how to deal with the problems, I think
in coming future all these problems will be sorted out. So these small steps may make a change.
Absolutely right, ma'am. It means that community-based interventions can be more effective.
Yeah,
rather
that
going
is
to be a
more rather
centralized.
having group discussions. I think if we practically imply those things in the interiors and make the children aware about it, this problem can be dealt with. And we have started with that.
Absolutely right. I mean to say the waste disposal problem can be taken off, but only thing is that not only the policy in place, there are policies to dealt with these kind of waste management, but also the awareness, as you have correctly pointed out. So, would like to come in?
Okay, maybe the last sentence. Actually, I get from my friends that's expert on this. He said, plastic is not a villain. Plastic is not a villain at all. If you don't use plastic, the plastic industry is collapsed. We're not allowed to do that like this, right? Impossible that we allow to plastic industry. Every industry collapse. We cannot. It depends on our behavior. We just reduce the using of plastic. That's all. That can reduce the plastic, and we use the right way and how to know which one is good, which one is can be recycled something. I think it's enough for starting to solve this problem. Yes.
So, yeah, please.
I feel that we already have the solution. The thing is that I think that we already have the solution for plastic and all. But the thing is that earlier we were talking about creating new types of plastic. I think more than creating new types of plastic, we should reduce the overconsumption, and because of that, we do not know, because there's no system, like in the community, they do have awareness, they do know what they should be doing. They need the cooperation from all the stakeholders, so to understand and then, to implement these policies or actions that they need to take to come up with other alternatives, rather than creating plastics, alternatives as in creating like taking your own bags, or else if there's already plastic, then we could just use those plastic. We don't need more production, we just need to work on what is already there so that there would be no more plastic pollution.
Yeah, I think this is really a great point what he has mentioned. I would like to tell you that I also represent, I'm a chair of food packaging of FSSI, used to make the all regulations, especially of packaging, are concerned. That the point has been mentioned, it's well taken, and we were also working on the line that why the conventional plastics, and in ancient time we were using so many food contact material which are naturally occurring. So what happened, we started thinking of then in the reason specific packaging can also be promoted, which are more eco-friendly. Like if you go to the south, you have a masala dosa in a banana leaf. So those kind of interventions, not only the packaging, food contact materials has to be brought in, and such standards should also be brought in place. That's what at regulatory perspective things are going ahead, which may really going to reduce the consumption of conventional plastics. Madam is saying that time is already over. You just go out.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
I think we can take the concluding remarks from sir, and then we continue. And then we can have the discussion after. We have
Okay.
no more speakers waiting.
Yeah, please go ahead. I have spoken a lot.
Okay, that's it. So the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe nothing more. So just we keep aware to use the plastic carefully. That's all. Yes, you use carefully so you don't waste the plastic as you use today. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we please have a huge round of applause for them? And I would like to thank both our speakers, Professor Katiyar and Professor Wannapeera, for throwing light and bringing our attention to such an important topic like plastic. We keep talking, but we keep using it, and glad that you both mentioned it. Thank you for your time, sir.